another podcast. Today I want to get really real with you about something that has consumed my life for years. And that was the belief that your worth is tied to your body and how much you weigh. For the longest time, I thought happiness was found in being skinny, eating less, and always looking perfect. But guys, let me tell you right now, at the end of your life, you're not going to look back and say, oh, thank God I was skinny. What really matters is so much bigger than that. But when you are stuck in that cycle, it can feel almost like impossible to see. I've been in that cycle for the longest time, and that's another reason probably why I was bulimic for 12 years and struggled with such a horrible relationship with food, because I always tied my happiness to how much I weigh. How do I look? How much shredded I am? And it is so exhausting. So today, I really want to share with you my personal story of how this consumed my life for the time I was literally since I was 17 until I was like 30 or 28, something like that. How it led me to develop an eating disorder, bulimia, and how I finally broke free and escaped this horrible cycle. So if you're struggling with obsessive thoughts about food, then the guilt after eating, or constantly chasing this ideal body, this episode is for you. So I want to take you back to where it all kind of started. When I was 17, I became hyper focused on my body. I thought that to be loved, successful, or happy, I had to be thin. I had to be skinny. The mindset stuck with me for years. I'm European. When I was growing up, I was teenager, 17 years old. All of my girlfriends from the class and school were always, in my opinion, had better body than me, because I have curves. I've always had hips, and I hated it for the longest time. I hated how my body looked. And I was stuck in this cycle or mindset of thinking that if I'll be skinny, guys will want me more. I will be more attractive. And it's just crazy to me that I'm even saying that, but that was literally me. And that's why I feel like I developed bulimia, because I knew nothing about nutrition. And I simply I was desperate to be skinny. That's really it. It's literally consumed my life. I would wake up every single day thinking about food, not in a normal way, but like so obsessively. I was constantly calculating how little can I eat today or should eat today. What foods should I avoid? What's the lowest calories option that I can find at the store? I would spend hours and hours and hours in the grocery stores looking for anything labeled low fat, no sugar, no carbs. But no matter how hard I tried to restrict, it always backfired. I would binge thousands of calories in one sitting, feeling completely out of control, and then I would hate myself for it, and the cycle of restrictions and binging completely took over my life, and it eventually developed into full-blown bulimia. That's literally 12 years of my life. My parents had no idea I struggled with eating disorder. They only found out like a year after I recovered, which was pretty devastating for them, but that's like a topic for another episode. But to be honest with you guys, it was the darkest time of my life. I felt so trapped. I felt so ashamed, and like there was no way out. All I wanted was just to be skinny. But no matter how much weight I lost, it never really was enough. And the worst part, it didn't even make me happy. Like, in fact, guys, I was the furthest thing from happy. I'm looking at some of the photos that I have in my phone from like 2012 from Chicago. I've posted that photo on my social media multiple times. You can literally see my bones. Like that's how skinny I was, and I thought I was fat. Another reason partially was because I was with my idiot ex who kept telling me that I'm gaining weight and I shouldn't be eating this and I shouldn't be eating that. But again, maybe episode for or topic for another episode. But looking back now, I can see that so much of this was just fueled by the diet culture and the toxic message I would absorb from magazines, social media, and even like people in my life, like my ex. Everywhere I turned, the message was the same. Teen equals worthy, or Victoria models. Like, do you ever see Victoria models being a little bit overweight and having a little bit of fat on them? No, right? And then you see that as a teenage girls, and you think that something is wrong with your body. It was literally me. But here is what I've learned since then, guys. None of that is true. Your weight doesn't define you. Your worth isn't tied to a number on the scale. And being thin won't magically make you happy. It just won't. It took me years and years to unlearn those beliefs, to heal from my eating disorder. 12 years. And to find healthier relationship with food and my body. And I'm not going to lie, guys, it was not easy, but it started with few key realizations. Number one was restrictions don't work. Trust me when I say this. The more you try to deprive yourself, the more your body and mind will fight back. The more you go to the store and look for those low calories, low fat, low sugar, low carb options, you eat it, but you don't feel satisfied. That's why so many of us fall into this binge cycle. It's not a lack of willpower. It's your body is trying to protect you. It's not being nourished properly. And you can only go for so long to eat all these fillers and just like foods that don't have any nutritional value until your body pumps the brakes and tells you, no, enough, I need nourishment. And yes, then you go to your pantry and you binge on tons of food. Number two is food isn't the enemy. That was literally the mindset shift that I was like, this is crazy to me. But for years, I saw food as something to fear or control. But food isn't the problem. The problem is the guilt and the shame we've been taught to associate with it. That's the problem. Number three, your body isn't the problem either, guys. Like, my body wasn't the issue. It was the way I saw it. Learning to appreciate my body for what it can do rather than obsessing over how it looks was a game changer for me. Game changer. When I look back now, I don't think about how skinny I was or how many calories I ate. What I remember are the times I missed out on life because I was too busy obsessing over food. If you know a little bit about my past, I actually lived in the USA before I moved to Canada. I lived in Chicago for 3 years. And that's where kind of my bulimia got a little bit out of control, and like the worst stage of bulimia followed when I moved to Canada. But in Chicago, I was so obsessed with food and calories and not gaining weight because I was with my ex who kept reminding me that I shouldn't be eating certain things because I'm gaining fat. And I'm getting fat. I actually never tried Chicago style pizza. And when I tell someone, hey, I lived in Chicago, usually the first question is like, how did you like the Chicago style pizza? And I'm like, I actually don't know because I've never tried it. And it's always shocking for people. And you know why I've never tried it? Because I was so terrified to eat that many calories. I remember I was avoiding these foods. We would go to the places, and Chicago has so many places where you can get amazing food, and I would not even try so many of them because I was like, this is too many calories. This is too many calories. But do you think that I remember how much I weigh? Like, I approximately know, but that's not the memory I have. I have memories that I've missed so many opportunities to try different cuisines, different foods, and all the fun stuff that are part of life. And I haven't because this was holding me back for the longest time. And I don't want that for you. I want you to enjoy your life, to share meals with your loved ones, and eat the foods you love without guilt. And not stop letting, your weight or your food choices dictate your happiness. That's not the life you want to live. Because at the end of the day, you are not going to look back and wish you were thinner. You are going to wish that you lived more. And I've had a conversation today with one of my new clients. I had a consultation with her. She joined my program, and she literally said the same thing. She was like, I don't want to live my life like this. I want to have more freedom. I want to feel free and eat the things that I love and not constantly avoid social events because I'm terrified to eat different meals because they're too high in calories. You are going to wish you let yourself enjoy the moments that truly matters. Trust me. So if you're struggling right now, I want you to know that you're not alone. I've been there. I know how consuming it can feel, but I also know it doesn't have to be this way. You 100% can find freedom. You can enjoy food in moderation. You can feel good in your body and let go of the guilt and shame. Life is so much more than constantly restricting or chasing the perfect body. So guys, thank you so much for listening today, for being with me here. And if this episode resonates with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear this. And if you want to reach out, my inbox is always open. And if you are, struggling or you need just a chat or advice, please reach out. I will be more than happy to respond and have a chat with you. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.